Сегодня особенно очень важно это для
Oh,
меня.
dear friends, hello, hello, hello. We have a very young, very beautiful, inspiring lady with us. Her name is Elena Paweta. She's speaking with us from Poland, and she is a trainer, a coach. She is a TEDx organizer, and also she's the author of the book. And Elena, hello, happy to see you from Dubai. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Olga. Thank you very much for invitation.
This is our pleasure. Dear Elena, tell us, please, you wrote a book about global entrepreneurship and global entrepreneurs. What do you think? What is the biggest difference between being a local entrepreneur and global entrepreneur, in your opinion?
Yes, of course. My book, which is called Born Global Entrepreneurs, it is based on my scientific research. I wrote my PhD thesis about this topic, and after this, I wrote a book based on my research. It is about born global entrepreneurs, and those are the type. This is the type of entrepreneurs who start acting internationally immediately, right when they are born. And this is the difference. So in the traditional way of operating, usually we started locally, then we developed our company slowly, and then after some time we started going out on the different markets. But now this is not the case, and more entrepreneurs, they start globally immediately.
Really? How it is possible? Let's say, even if we speak about Alibaba or any other big companies, most of them, they start locally and then they expand, or they even stay in that region. Can you give me some examples of the entrepreneurs who immediately start globally?
So traditionally, when this type of companies appeared, and it was about maybe 30 years ago, because communication developed and transport developed, and logistics, international logistics, so it became possible to start such companies internationally. First companies, born global companies, they were mostly tech companies. So those were companies which were offering some kind of software, IT services. But now, as I was doing my research, and I did it on purpose, I reached out to many born global entrepreneurs from all over the world, and they are from completely different industries. I was even so surprised to see that real estate companies and tech companies as well, but also clothing companies. So such businesses that we would not think that they immediately would go global. But the main thing, and this is what my research was about, it was about the mindset of the founder. So when the entrepreneur has the intention from the very beginning to go international, then they are going, then this is happening after some time.
Why you choose this topic? For the young lady to choose topic about global entrepreneurs, it's not very usual. Maybe it's one and only research in the world. Why you choose that topic?
Well, I'm interested in business and entrepreneurship, and I was interested from the very beginning, as I'm from Russia, from St. Petersburg, and I finished St. Petersburg State University School of Management, and we dived deep into business and entrepreneurship there. That's why when I moved to Poland, it was my passion, and I started working in Poland. Then I started my business in Poland, and when I started my academic career and started PhD studies, I knew that I want to stay in this entrepreneurship area, and I was interested in those ambitious entrepreneurs, those who want to go big, those who do not see the borders. And the people I got people I got to know when I was doing my research, they are amazing. They just don't see the borders, they don't see limits, they just set the goals and achieve them.
Wonderful, very interested. So what do you think, who is responsible for the birth of that entrepreneurship? I don't think it's possible even to say responsible, but are there any institute or organizations in the world who can help entrepreneurs to go global?
Well, this is the topic I am covering also when I'm writing about this topic, that entrepreneurs need support, government support, and support of different organizations, because only the most ambitious entrepreneurs are able to go global immediately. But most of them, when they start, they have some doubts. They don't know about some procedures, and there are certain also taxes and legal issues. They are different in different countries if we want to operate internationally. So we need support, and we need governmental programs of support for such organizations. And in the countries where we have such support, then of course we have more successful entrepreneurs.
What are these countries? I think it's United States of America which are the most supportive, or maybe I'm mistaken.
Well, actually, United States of America is one of the countries where entrepreneurs, they don't have the need to be global, because why companies become global. So there are two different types of factors. There are push factors and pull factors. So something that is pushing them out of the market and something that is pulling them. And the size of the economy is one of the push factors. So for example, in the United States, we have companies which have a huge internal market, and they don't feel the need to go global. But for example, in small countries like Estonia, for example, or Finland, the local market is so small that when entrepreneurs are really ambitious, they do not look only at the Estonian market. They immediately look at the whole world, or at least at neighboring countries. And we have a lot of great examples of companies coming from those countries. For example, we have Skype, we have Bolt, which is the European Uber. So there are several examples of such companies, and they are really our unicorns, our very successful European startups, which came from those small economies.
I see. So what is the biggest challenge? What is the process for the entrepreneur to become global? What is the first step, the second step, the third step?
Well, there is no specific when we're speaking about born global entrepreneurs, there is no specific steps. There are no specific steps, because before, when we were speaking about traditional way of internationalization for companies, there were several steps. And the first step would be starting selling, exporting to the neighboring country, for example, where we have the small psychic difference. So there is this term psychic difference, which shows the differences in cultures, but also in tax legal systems. So when these countries when they're close, it is easier to cooperate with them. So first we started exporting, then we had the partner maybe with whom we were working in 1 or 2 countries. Then we started the factory, if it was a production company, and then maybe we were doing it step by step. And this was the system which was functioning for a long time, for almost the whole 20th century. But in born global companies, there is no system, because everything which is happening now in the companies creation is happening very fast. And I cannot say that there are certain steps. For example, we can launch an app immediately in many countries in the world, and from the day number 1, we are an international company. You see, so there is no this straight line.
If the owner of the company is very bold, if he has a very big imagination, if he has a very big goal, if he believes in himself, if he has a big vision, it doesn't work like before. So no need for these steps. You can immediately make a product. It's like Apple, like Facebook, like Microsoft, and you can be global in 1-2 years without any borders. Yeah?
Yes, absolutely.
Something like that. Wonderful. Tell me, please, Yelena, you start doing TEDx in Poland. Even you are from Russia, from St. Petersburg, and I know that you work a lot with women. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, so TEDx is a non-profit project, and I'm doing this for the local community. And working with women is, in general, it is my passion. So I am also a communication coach, and I'm working with women entrepreneurs, and working on their communication skills and leadership skills. So helping and supporting women is my passion. That's why when I started organizing TEDx in Poland for the first couple of years, I was organizing TEDx events. I learned about those events, and then I decided to organize these TEDx women events, which are focused on the ideas which are important for women in Poland, but also beyond, because we have talks in Polish and in English also. So this is what I'm doing for the last couple of years, and we had some amazing ideas, and I really love the formula of TEDx events, because though we are choosing the best ideas from our local community, which are worth spreading, and we are giving those ideas the stage, and we organize everything for those ideas to go further on to the world.
Can I say that you are born entrepreneur?
Yes, I would say that I can call myself born global entrepreneur, because when I started my coaching business, online coaching business, I started working with many different women all around the world. So and the tools we have now, like, for example, Zoom, like Facebook, like many other platforms, which are allowing for live streaming, for connecting people from all over the world, it makes it so easy to become a global entrepreneur immediately. And I would say that, especially in the area which I am an expert in, people all over the world, they have the same issues. And when I'm talking to women from the United States, from Africa, from Europe, from Russia, we are talking about the same things, because communication and public speaking, those are the things that create similar emotions. No matter where you were born or how you were raised, you always have this fear of public speaking, and people have some wrong impressions on themselves, and we're always working on getting them to become confident, and it works the same all over the world.
Lena, what is your biggest challenge for yourself at the moment?
At the moment, my biggest challenge is time management, as I'm running several projects at the same time. So I have my online business, which I mentioned. I'm organizing TEDx conferences. I'm also active at the university and working with students and conducting some research activities. So I would say that time management and combining my family life and my work life is a challenge for me.
Who is the biggest fan of what kind of entrepreneur? Who is like your hero, entrepreneur hero?
My hero, I have lots of them. I have lots of them. I have a couple of role models of successful women entrepreneurs or women in business. And I would say that I admire what Sheryl Sandberg from Facebook is doing, and I read her book, and I'm following her, what she's doing for women all around the world, what she's, how huge role model she is for many women. And also I love, and recently I read a book by Melinda Gates about the work, all of the work they're doing in Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to support women all around the world, to empower women in the poorest parts of the world, to empower them. And I think that Melinda Gates is a huge role model for me in terms of nonprofit work and in terms of supporting women.
Lena, thank you so much. Thank you for being with us. I wish you great success in time management, in all challenges you have to be better than Melinda Gates you can be, and using all the skills and knowledge that you have from Russia, from Poland, and from all the countries who you help with the TEDx speeches, that you will use your knowledge for you, for your family, for your students to grow, become stronger, and to be great entrepreneur. Thank you so much, Elena, for being with us.
Thank you very much, Olga.
It was a big pleasure. Let us be in touch. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you.